Hey everyone, welcome to our next episode of this interview experienced by I Love Metallurgy. I, Shivam Kumar Misra from second year Metallurgical and Materials Engineering, and today we have a special guest with us, Kamal Kant Patra sir from 2018 batch Metallurgical and Materials Engineering, and he recently got placed in O9 Solutions. So, firstly, congratulations, sir, for your great achievement.
Oh, thank you.
Uh, so today we want to know your journey, the path you followed, and ended up in such a big company. And firstly, sir, thank you for your valuable time.
Yeah,
Uh,
thank you very much.
Sir, my first question for you that what's your first reaction after getting placed in online solution?
Yeah, it was very overwhelming because like within 1 month of the placement season, I got placed and I got relieved because like it is a very tiring process. Uh, you have to. I got rejected in two interviews and one written round, so it was very good journey.
Okay, sir. Sir, I would like to start from the very beginning. That could you please tell us about your job role in your company?
So my profile is consultant.
Mm-hmm. Okay,
That is my
okay, sir.
job role.
Yes. Okay, okay.
Yeah.
And sir, what are the objectives of your company? Like companies like O9 Solutions, uh, what are their objectives? Like,
O9 is a business management platform.
okay.
It works in AI process. It
Mm-hmm.
mainly helps in decision making process across sales, supply chain. It helps in business planning and integrated business processes for various clients and its partners.
Okay, sir, and I would like to ask you that what are the resources you followed to get into a non-core company, or what are the resources you followed to study the non-core sector?
Okay, like for interview, first for puzzles, I followed GFG, that is Geek for Geek,
Okay, sir.
and and in Google you can just type puzzles interview questions. So from there you will get lots of resources. So that is for Geek and Geek and Google for puzzles. And for SQL you can W3 school is there, tutorial points, and in YouTube you will get a lots of videos. Like you can
Okay,
start
sir.
from basics till join. And for Python, same you can follow YouTube. There are a lot of videos. Like you can cover the basics. And for guesstimates, I followed Quora, and there is a YouTube channel that is Case Study Cracked. That's the
Hmm.
guys from IIT Bombay. They have done videos related to the guesstimates and case study. So for case study and guesstimates, you can follow Case Study Crack channel in YouTube. And for written, you can start doing Arun Sharma.
Okay,
You can solve level 1 and level 2. That is enough.
okay, sir.
And so that is enough for
Okay,
like
sir.
for
That's
interview and
enough for
written.
yes, sir.
This is the resource. Yeah.
Okay, sir. Sir, from your experience, which part is most important for the placement in companies like O9 Solution? Like we know that guesstimates are important, puzzles, case studies are important, many languages like SQL or Pythons are important. But do you feel any uncomfort in any of them, or if a junior from core side want to go from core to non-core? If they found themselves in any problem, then what they should do?
Like I won't say uh, the most important topic for interview. You need to study puzzle, you need to study guesstimates, you need to cover case study. Like for any specific company, you can't say what they will ask.
Mm-hmm.
So beforehand, you should prepare everything. So I won't say what is important or
Okay,
what you
sir.
should study. You should cover the SQL, Python, MS Excel, and guesstimates and puzzles. So like according to my view, um, I would say in every most of the interviews they will ask puzzles and SQL. So these are most important. You should definitely cover this SQL and puzzles. Yeah.
Okay, sir. And sir, could you please tell us that despite of having a core background, how challenging it was for you to get placed in a non-core company, or to get switch over non-core site?
See, according to me, taking a non-core job is easier than core job. So, like I said, uh, it was not very difficult to prepare for non-core. Like you can study puzzles, like you can cover it in 4 5 days puzzle, and you can in a month you can study Python, SQL, and Excel. You can cover the basic of everything. And like the whole interview process, you can cover that syllabus within 45 50 days. And it was not very difficult to study this part. I would say the preparing for non-core, it is more easier than taking a core job, because for core you should know more technical part. Here they are, here in non-core, the most important thing is, according to me, is communication part. So if you have decent communication skills, you can clear. And they won't ask you a lot of technical side. They will ask you only basics of Python, SQL, which you can cover it in within a month. So that was not very difficult to prepare, like to switch from core to
Okay, sir.
non-core.
Okay, sir. And sir, can you please tell us about the selection procedure of your company? Like how many round it for
Yeah,
it
yeah.
were conducted?
So the O9, they conducted written exam in metal platform. And the written there is one written examination. The written examination consists of there is 30 questions. No, sorry. The written examination has 40 questions for 30 minutes. In
Okay, sir.
that 30 questions, there's a mix of maths, English, and DI. And in written also, written, there are extra 10 questions for SQL. There are basics of SQL for 20 minutes. So whole 50 minutes of written examination. And after that, like for O9, around 270 students sat in the placement in the written examination of O9. And around 17 students got selected for round one of interview. And after
Okay, sir.
that, 11 students got selected for round two, that is HR round. And finally, 8 students got selected finally. So
Okay.
there is one written round and 2 rounds of interview. One is technical and one is HR.
HRN. Yes, sir.
Yeah,
Okay.
that's it.
And sir, could you please share your interview experience with us?
Yeah, yeah. So like my interview was first, the interviewer introduced himself.
Mm-hmm.
Then he asked to introduce myself. Then I proceeded him to tell him about what are the projects I did, what are the extra curricular activities I did in my college years. And then the project which I mentioned, that was of IPL data analysis using Python. So
Okay.
he told me to explain about the project, like how can I connect it in real world, and what I did in that project, what are the technical part I used in that project. Then he asked me 3 puzzles. One puzzle was from GFG only,
Okay. Yes,
and
sir.
2 puzzles, it is from outside, like I didn't study earlier.
Okay, sir.
So, and then there was one HR question also. Like he asked me why you are going for non-core jobs instead of core job, and then I got like selected in technical round. After that, I appeared in HR round, in which the interviewer introduced himself and he asked about myself. That the same thing it happened. Then he asked me about like why you went for non-core job instead of core jobs, why you chose metallurgy, and why you chose NIT Jamshedpur instead of other
Okay.
colleges,
Yes,
and
sir.
uh, and he asked about the O9 solutions, who
Mm-hmm.
are the clients, who are the partners, and yeah, that's it.
And sir, could you please tell us or brief an idea about does these companies require any internship before applying, or the people or the student candidates who have an internship earlier in their years, does they have any edge in their selection procedure?
See, these companies really don't need an internship beforehand, but like in my batch, I don't know anyone had done an intern or not, but I don't think they require an intern. So like if you have an intern it is good, but I don't think so it is required. But there is no harm of
Mm.
doing an intern. You
Oh
can
yes,
do
sir.
it in third year. Yeah, it is not like that. If you if you don't have an internship you won't get selected. Like I don't in my batch around 4 5 students hardly they did an internship
Mm-hmm.
in analytics, so
Okay,
it is
sir.
not required.
And sir, could you tell us at the beginning of your BTech, like in first year or second year, what's your thought whether you want to go into core sector, or you already decide that no, you I have to focus on no non-core only?
Like in first second years I was totally into code sector. I was
Mm-hmm.
really interested, and then the COVID situation happened, and then from like fifth semester I was not in touch with metallurgy subjects. Then I got a thought like our senior used to say that the core jobs they come after October November. So and there are only a handful of core jobs, so you can't be really sure like whether they will come or not, how many companies will come, because there are a lot of core companies they come frequent like every 2 years like that. So you can take a risk.
Mm-hmm.
So I prepared for non-core jobs, and the air is around like the non-core jobs are they have a pretty good growth and hefty packages are there. So
Yes.
and I have good command of both non-core and core jobs. So but as non initially the starting 3 months of placement season you will see a lot of non-core companies only, and after that you will see core companies. So I prepared for non-core.
Okay, sir. And sir, could you tell us what are the strategies you adopted to command over your non-core subjects like SQL? Like you already said that you have followed so many resources, but you have to be very balanced about all the things like your case studies, SQL, Python, and guesstimates. So how you manage, or how you can suggest us to revise themselves in regular interval?
Okay, see the puzzle. First I will talk about puzzle part is
Okay,
very
sir.
easy. You can cover it
Hmm.
in 4 5 days. You can cover it from GFG and YouTube also. You will see the solutions of that. You will get the explanation of that puzzles.
Yes, sir.
So that will only take 4 5 days. So it is very easy. So you really don't need to think about that. And
Hmm.
then about guesstimates, you can practice it with your friends, 2 3 friends. You can in YouTube you can see there are a lot of questions. If you will do 4 5 questions, you will get an idea how to solve.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. And I would say for non-core jobs, the written part is very important, because
Mm.
like in 09 270 students appeared for written exam. Out of that, 17 got selected for written for first round of interview. So you see that only 6% of students
Yes,
got
sir.
selected, and
Very
rest
less
are
percentage.
eliminated. Yeah, rest got eliminated. So you can see that you have to prepare for written exam. That's very important. And
Okay.
according to me, for non-core jobs, English is very important. Like you need to have decent communication skill.
Mm-hmm.
Like
Yes, sir.
60-70 part of your interview, they really see how is your communication skill, rather than technical and all puzzles and all. In puzzles also they see how you explain the puzzle, rather than what is your solution. Am I audible?
Yes,
Uh,
sir.
yeah,
Yes, sir.
yeah. So and for for case study guesstimates and puzzles, you can solve it with your friends, you can discuss
Mm-hmm.
with your friends. And for second years, I would suggest, like for in our case, the interview was online, but for you they may not be have that online
Sir.
system. So you can have you can take 2-3 friends and you can have a mock interview in your hostel
Oh,
room.
yes, sir.
Yeah.
Okay. Yes, sir.
And rest the for interview, the technical part, that is easy, you can complete it in 30 days. Like it is very easy, you can do it. So
Okay,
there
sir.
is no any specific strategy.
Mm-hmm. Yes,
Yeah,
sir.
just you need to study, and you should have good communication skill, as I
Yes, sir.
said. That's it.
Okay.
Like and
And
for
yes, sir.
improving the communication, you can do is, like I would suggest that you take any article or something, and you read loudly.
Okay.
Because
Yes, sir.
yeah, because in interview they see how clear and how loud you are, rather than your grammar or anything. They see
Okay.
how you. Yeah, that's what.
Okay, sir. May like you have said that communication skill plays an very important role in the selection of any candidate compared
Yeah,
to if.
in non-core part, I feel 50-60% of weightage is for communication skill only.
Okay, sir. And sir, how would you justify that do CGPA plays an important role in a campus placement? Like we know that minimum 7.5 CG is required for the eligibility, but after that, how
Yeah.
it
See,
plays an in role?
for core jobs, the CGPA obviously gives a obvious idea of one's the knowledge of technical part. Like
Yes, sir.
yeah, for any core jobs,
Core job. Yes, sir.
yeah,
Yes,
for
sir.
obviously they will see the CGPA. That gives you idea of one's technical knowledge. And in core jobs, it really matters. Like if you have
Mm,
above pointer 8, that is good. I would say only about non-core. For non-core,
mm,
I won't say there is any the CGPA is most important, because in any company 9 CGPA candidate is also getting selected, and the same
mm,
company 7.5 student is also getting selected. So you see there is no difference. But there are some companies, 3-4 companies, before written test they have an CV shortlisting.
mm.
So maybe they see the CGPA.
Yes, sir.
Like I'm not
Yes,
very
sir.
sure. Yeah. Rest, I would say that keep above 7 only, because the criteria is 7 for every companies.
Yes,
So
sir.
you try, if you are in fourth semester, I would suggest, if you have 7 CGPA, try to take it to 7.5, 7.6, because having good CGPA is not there is no harm in having good
Yes, sir.
CGPA.
That's
Like if you are in like fourth, fifth semester, if you are 6.5, try to take it to 7.2, 7.3,
mm-hmm.
because 60-70% of companies, they have eligibility criteria of 7. So you can,
Yes,
so
sir.
there you will get eliminated if you are below 7.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
That's what. And like in interviews, it really don't matter. As I said, 9 CGPA candidate also getting selected and 7.5 is also. That's all.
सर जैसे आपने बताया कि सीवी एक इम्पॉर्टेंट रोल प्ले करता है किसी किसी कंपनीज में, तो जैसे आप लोग ने एग्जाम दिया, इंटरव्यू दिए, तो आप लोग जैसे सीवी अपना प्रेजेंट किए होंगे, तो सीवीज में आप जो चीज़ मेंशन मेंशन किए होंगे वो चीज़ में कमांड होना कितना ज़्यादा जरूरी है? लाइक किसी कैंडिडेट ने 5-6 लैंग्वेजेस लिखा और आपने सिर्फ 2 ही लिखा, लेकिन आपका 2 में कमांड अच्छा था, तो ये दोनों डिफर कैसे कर जाता है?
डिफर तो वो लोग जैसे कि एक बंदे ने 6 टेक्निकल स्किल लिखा,
हम्म।
लेकिन उसको इंटरव्यूअर ने कुछ पूछ लिया क्योंकि उसको
अच्छा।
नहीं आता है,
यस सर।
तो तो वो अच्छी बात है नहीं।
हम्म।
अगर मैंने 2 लिखा और मैंने दोनों ने आंसर दे दिया जो भी क्वेश्चंस पूछे उन्होंने, तो वो अच्छी बात है डेफिनेटली।
ओके सर।
तो मैं सजेस्ट करूंगा, देखो बहुत सारे लाइक मेरे फ्रेंड्स हैं, टेक्निकल स्किल में उन्होंने कुछ लिखा नहीं है, इवन इन they haven't done any projects in non-core, like in self projects, पर उन्होंने इंटरव्यूअर ने उन्हें कोर का इंटर्न के बारे में पूछ लिया।
यस सर।
तो वही है कि जो लिख रहे हो सीवी में, जितना भी लिखे हो, अगर तुमने आंसर दे दिया तो सही है। तो
अच्छा।
6
यस।
टेक्निकल पार्ट लिख के फिर अगर आप आंसर नहीं दे रहे हो तो वो अच्छा इम्पैक्ट नहीं करेगा। और 2 लिख रहे हो मतलब बहुत वो है, 2 लिखो, कोई कोई प्रॉब्लम नहीं है।
यस सर।
हम्म।
एंड सर, इफ ऐसा सिचुएशन हम लोग के सामने आता है, लाइक इंटरव्यू में, कि आपसे इंटरव्यूअर ने एक ऐसा क्वेश्चन, टिपिकल क्वेश्चन पूछा कि आप जानते कि यदि उसका ऑनेस्ट रिप्लाई मैंने दिया तो ये मेरे सिलेक्शन के नेगेटिव पॉइंट में जाएगा, लेकिन यदि मैंने कुछ डिप्लोमेटिक या फॉल्स आंसर दिया तो मे बी ये मेरे पॉजिटिव में जा सकता है, मैं श्योर नहीं हूँ। तो सर उस सिचुएशन में आप क्या प्रेफर करेंगे सर?
ऑनेस्ट जैसे कि मान लो तुम्हें पूछेंगे कि तुमने मेटलर्जी क्यों लिया,
यस सर।
तो यू कैन से दैट मुझे इतना रैंक मिला था और मेरी इतनी रैंक थी, 35,000 रैंक थी, और मुझे ये 2-3 कॉलेजेस एक्स्ट्रा मिल रही थी, और मान लो मुझे केमिकल मेटलर्जी मिल रहा था और मैंने ये ले लिया। और यहीं पर अगर मैं बोल दिया कि नहीं मुझे पसंद है मेटलर्जी, मुझे मेटलर्जी ही पसंद है, मैंने ले लिया, मेरी रैंक तो अच्छी थी बहुत, तो इस केस में हो सकता है नेगेटिव इम्पैक्ट हो। वो
ओके
और कुछ
सर।
पूछ ले कि फिर कोर में जाओ, ये जाओ।
हाँ यस सर, डेफिनेटली।
और जैसे कि वैसा कुछ क्वेश्चंस तो मेरे माइंड में आ नहीं रहे जो आपने पूछा।
पर
लाइक
सर ये चीज आपने सही कहा, मतलब टू बी ऑनेस्ट रहना थोड़ा सेफ साइड रहेगा।
हाँ ऑनेस्ट, हाँ वैसा ही पूछते हैं, जो ठीक उतना ही क्वेश्चन पूछते हैं जो कि तुम ऑनेस्ट रहो, वैसा कोई अलग से
यस सर।
क्वेश्चन तो पूछेंगे नहीं।
ओके सर, हाँ
हाँ।
दैट्स व्हाई।
हम्म।
यस सर। So, sir, we are in the final segment of the interview. Can you please share some or suggest some knowledge to our viewers or the juniors, that how they will prepare for their non-core sector or any sector, but how they will prepare for it?
So I would say first start with written round, because as
Mm-hmm.
I said, 10% of the students will only get selected. In the
Yes,
first
sir.
3 months of the placement season, you will find that 400 students are getting, they sat for the placement. So there is a huge competition. Like out of 400, you will see that 20-30 students are getting selected for interviews. So there you will, if you won't get selected, you will really get disheartened. So I would say रिटर्न का अच्छे से प्रैक्टिस करो,
Yes, sir.
बहुत अच्छे से, कि
Okay,
पहले
sir.
पहले आफ्टर 3 मंथ्स प्लेसमेंट लेना इजी हो जाएगा, बिकॉज कंपटीशन कम हो जाएगा।
Yes, sir.
बट फर्स्ट 3 मंथ्स में प्लेसमेंट लेना डिफिकल्ट होता है बिकॉज कंपटीशन बहुत होगा। तो इसलिए रिटर्न का अच्छे से पूरा प्रैक्टिस करना।
Mm-hmm.
एंड रेस्ट एज आई सेड, कम्युनिकेशन पे ध्यान दो बहुत।
Yes, sir. Communication
हाँ,
skills पे.
you can take any article and you can read loudly and clear. You can
Yes, sir.
practice that way.
Yes,
And
sir.
for second years, their interview maybe offline, so you can take mock interview.
Hmm.
एंड लाइक एचआर के लिए देखो, जैसे कि मेरे केस में 11 बच्चे एचआर के लिए हुए थे सेलेक्ट, पर आउट ऑफ दैट 8 गॉट सेलेक्टेड. सो एचआर में भी
Hmm.
तीन बच्चे निकल गए.
Okay,
तो
sir.
एचआर को भी लाइटली नहीं ले सकते. सो बिफोर
Hmm.
हैंड ऑफ द इंटरव्यू यू कैन टेक आउट 30-40 एचआर क्वेश्चंस फ्रॉम गूगल.
Hmm.
बेसिक एचआर क्वेश्चन जो कि सार इंटर फॉर एवरी कंपनीज दे विल आस्क दैट क्वेश्चन ओनली. तो तुम क्या करना, नोट्स में क्वेश्चन एंड आंसर्स अपना बना के रख देना पहले से, इंटरव्यू से पहले ही, और उसी को तुमको रिवाइज करना है. फिर हर कंपनीज के लिए तुम्हें टेंशन नहीं लेना है कि फिर से पढ़ना है करके. नोट्स में
Okay, sir.
क्वेश्चन एंड
Yes, sir.
आंसर्स, 30-40
Yes, sir.
एचआर क्वेश्चंस, लाइक व्हाई यू चोज
Hmm.
मेटलर्जी, व्हाई कोर ओवर नॉन कोर, ये तो वो सब जो कि गूगल में मिल जाएंगे. और
The
आंसर्स तुम अपना
basics question, sir.
हाँ, बेसिक्स बेसिक्स, और तुम
Yes,
अपना
sir.
आंसर बना के लिख लेना उसको नोट में.
Hmm.
एंड बाकी सी सारे नॉन कोर में पजल्स तो पूछेंगे.
हाँ, yes, sir. Definitely.
तो वो तो हो जाएगा, तुम लोग जीएफजी से पढ़ लेना.
Yes, sir.
हाँ. तो और वही है कि बी पेशेंट. और फर्स्ट 3 मंथ्स में क्या होता है, थोड़ा सा कंपटीशन ज्यादा होता है, यू विल सी रिजेक्शंस.
Yes, sir. यस सर. सर लाइक जैसे अभी हम लोग सर स्टार्ट किए सर, जैसे सीक्वल पढ़ रहे हैं, तो कुछ टूल्स सीक्वल में हम लोग थोड़ा मिस कर जाते हैं कि इन बिटवीन लाइक अनलाइक में, इन लाइक में हम लोग कंफ्यूज करते हैं. तो सर
हाँ
उसका रिवाइज जैसे
हाँ, तुम उसको देखो, लाइक
यस सर.
और लाइक को वो तुम नोट्स में लिख लो
यस सर.
यूट्यूब
यस
से,
सर.
और उसको रिवाइज करते रहना. मैंने भी ऐसे
ओके
ही
सर.
किया था.
यस सर.
आप टिल जॉइंस, अपडेट डिलीट,
टिल
ये
जॉइंट्स.
सब का.
यस
हाँ,
सर.
अपडेट डिलीट, और डेटा मैनिपुलेशन लैंग्वेज, उसका टाइप, वो सब टाइप्स वगैरह किस में कौन कौन आता है, तो वो सब नोट्स में लिख लेना और रिवाइज करते रहना.
यस
ज्यादा नहीं
सर.
होगा. हाँ.
ओके सर.
अ, वही
सर
सब.
थ्योरी रिलेटेड कुछ पूछा जाता है सर, लाइक
हाँ
जैसे
हाँ हाँ.
आपने कहा टेक्निकल तो ठीक है, आपको एक कोड का क्वेश्चन दिया, आपने उसे सॉल्व कर दिया,
नहीं नहीं,
लेकिन यदि
देखो कोड का क्वेश्चंस तो देते नहीं है जनरली.
ओह अच्छा
वो लोग आपको थ्योरी
सर.
देंगे.
अच्छा ओके सर.
वो लोग बोलेंगे कि अपडेट और ट्रैम में डिफरेंस बताओ,
हम्म.
डीएमएल और उसमें बताओ, डिफरेंस बताओ, वैसे.
यस सर. ओके सर.
और
ओके.
बेसिक्स, अपडेट स्टेटमेंट, डिलीट स्टेटमेंट, वो हो सकता है आपको बोले कि नोटपैड खोल के लिखवाओ, लिखो करके.
अच्छा सर.
मेरे
ओके
केस
सर.
में तो ऐसा नहीं था,
यस सर.
पर हो सकता है. बट थ्योरी, आपको थ्योरी आना चाहिए अच्छे से.
थ्योरी. यस सर. ओके सर.
हम्म.
ओके सर. सर तो और सर जैसे पाइथन में आपने बताया, तो सर बहुत कोई
पाइथन
बोलते
में
हैं कि पाइथन थोड़ा डिफिकल्ट हो जाता है एक एक्सटेंट तक, तो क्या सर बेसिक्स पे ज़्यादा ध्यान दें या थोड़ा डीप में जाएं?
पाइथन में देखो, मैंने तो नमपाई पांडास वो सब पढ़ा था, लाइब्रेरीज, जो
अच्छा.
कि
यस
डेटा
सर.
एनालिसिस के लिए हेल्पफुल रहेगा.
ओके
तो
सर.
उसके लिए मैंने यूट्यूब ही देखा था, 4-5 आवर्स का वीडियोस था. और बाकी जो प्रोग्रामिंग होता है पाइथन का,
हम्म.
उसमें वो तो मैंने नहीं पढ़ा था वैसे, जो कि उप्स वगैरह होता है पाइथन में, वो सब तो मुझे भी नहीं आता.
लेकिन सर
मैंने
जो
वही.
आपने पढ़ा था तो वो डेटा एनालिटिक्स के काम आया है, जो
हाँ,
आपने
मैंने
बताया.
नमपाई पांडा लाइब्रेरीज वो सब पढ़ा था.
यस सर. जैसे
और
ये सब इम्पोर्टेंट है.
हाँ, और बाकी आपको वैसा पाइथन में वो पूछ सकते हैं, जैसे कि कमल कांत हुआ, तो वो कांत को तुम कैसे रिमूव करोगे, कौन सा कोड,
ओह.
वन लाइन
हाँ.
कोडर
यस
होता,
सर. यस
कोड
सर.
होता है ना,
यस सर.
लाइक
यस सर.
पॉप
यस
करना
सर.
होता है.
हाँ हाँ हाँ.
हाँ. तो वो क्वेरी जो वो स्टेटमेंट वो आना चाहिए आपको,
ओके
बेसिक
सर.
जस्ट.
बेसिक जस्ट. यस.
हम्म.
ओके सर.
बाकी
सर
प्रोग्रामिंग
थैंक
तो मेटलर्जी वालों को जरूरत है नहीं, उप्स
हाँ.
वगैरह
यस सर.
ये तो.
डेफिनेटली डेफिनेटली.
हाँ, तो वही.
और इफ वी आर इन डेटा एनालिटिक्स कंपनी. यस सर.
हाँ, वही.
ओके सर. यस.
मतलब मेरे हिसाब से तुमको पहले एसक्यूएल पढ़ना चाहिए, फिर पाइथन.
हाँ. यस डेफिनेटली वी आर अप्रोचिंग टुवर्ड्स एसक्यूएल ओनली अभी.
हाँ हाँ, बिकॉज इन
यस.
एवरी कंपनी दे विल आस्क एसक्यूएल.
यस सर. Okay, sir. Sir, so thank you so much, sir. It was a great experience for me to have a chat with you, and I also learned so many things from you, like the basics things which is needed by the consulting companies. And I hope all our viewers will be benefited from this session, sir. And thank you so much for your valuable time, sir.
Okay, thank you very much, and all the best
Thank you, sir.
for your
Thank you,
upcoming
sir.
years. Yeah.
Okay, sir.
Okay, okay. Thank you very much.